let's see here. Get my gloves. And pad here. See if we can't wallop us off something here. All right. What's going on, y'all? I just realized my buddy Marshall needs him a little bed, so I'll be right back. I don't want him sleeping on a cold floor. Alright, we're back. What's going on, guys? See, didn't even miss anything. What's up, Jace? Welcome. I got some kind of petrified wood here or something. I need to try to figure out. Let's see how it's gonna nap. Feels like it'll nap pretty good. Start from the base, maybe. Interesting, very interesting. Not sure what it is. Got to be some kind of petrified wood. You would think. Or a knife river, maybe. But I don't know. Could be a bunch of different things. I have no idea. World of Fun happens. What's up, Alan? What's up, dude? I want to get a better feel for this. And see like what parts of it naps and what parts don't. Right now it's looking like every bit of it'll nap, which is interesting. Okay, that was a little fragile. Anybody have any guesses on what this is? You love geography? Got a seam here, I got to attack. Got a little thin in through there. Oh, there was a little hiccup there. Okay. That's still a good flake. That's keepable. This here. Yeah, I knew there'd be something else in there. This is very interesting. Very interesting. It's just a conglomeration of different looking pieces. Let me get the big piece out again. Yeah, I think it's some kind of petrified wood. My mom got it for me the other day. She got this whole bucket of different cherts and agates and stuff for $5, and this came in it. Looks like a little like crunciola. No. Let's see. We'll figure out a little bit more. That looks really promising. This naps really well too. I'd love to keep that coloration in there. Looks like it gets worse quality the higher up you go. So I need to keep it in this domain, I'm thinking. So I need to get rid of everything below this. Problem is I don't have a good platform. Or maybe I do. Maybe I do. Yeah, this side is going to be way lower quality, practically unnappable. Might be. You just never know. All right, that would be getting into some better stuff, but I kind of have to take it. Or at least work my way up to it. Huh. Again, I don't want to waste material here, but I might have to do some surgery to knock all this crud off. To get to the goodie. Now somebody might be in the comments thinking, no, you're destroying some petrified wood. Ah, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're having fun. Come on. Take. Again, trying to get rid of the worst stuff so we can keep the better stuff. That's the plan anyways. There we go. So again, a lot of this is just nastiness. Oh, thank you for that, and thank you, Alan, for taking care of that. All right. Yeah, we gotta get through some. I think it's petrified wood of some kind. Seams galore, but again, I think there's a way to get through them. But we gotta play our cards right. And this has to work here. Did something. Okay. Again, a big fat seam there that has to be taken out and really needs to get got from this side. Let me do this here. Angle it. These need some very strong platforms. See, because up here, I feel like it's going to be really nice in through here. We just got to work our way up to it. I have no idea, Mr. Lithic. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm guessing some kind of petrified wood. Oof, that was dense. Oof. Ultra dense. But we got to work our way up to the better stuff, so. Bear with me here. Bear with me here. Sorry, I got a phone call. Gosh, I need to just hit do not disturb. That way it doesn't, because those come so often and they ruin the viewers. Yeah, sorry about that. All right, we're back in business. Okay. Yeah, trying to peel through all this gnarly crud while also trying to keep the good stuff. Oh no. That actually looked like a halfway decent flake. Halfway decent. But at least we got down to a little bit better stuff. right? So sounded all right, good. Yeah, I had a phone call. That's part of it. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta pile drive through this thing. And that's the only answer. Again, I hate to get rid of that good area. Part of me wants to attack it from some other place, like over here. But I don't think it'll span that far. Again, I'm just genuinely not sure. Ooh, that caught me. I would assume this is some kind of petrified wood. That's what this looks like to me. Come on, please tell me that took. I think it did. It's gonna take some convincing. Come on now. It's gonna take some showing up convincing. There we go. That got in there to pry it out. Ha! That is such a rough piece. I'll throw it in a box so people can see it. Somebody will see it sometime. Yeah, just a lot of crud in through here. But eventually we'll get to something halfway decent. And this is very nappable. That's actually some of the most nappable part of the stone. But this down here is pretty rough. So we'll see. See what we can get. That rock is big. Yeah, it is a little bit. But definitely a fun challenge. What's up, John? I need to take my advice and get me some abraders. Oh, come on. Tell me that did better than that. What? That was such a good platform, too. Man. All right. So again, trying to keep the bottom and remove the top. If you're looking at it from this direction it's the opposite. Ooh. Come on. Really, I'm just pile driving through. There's really not much predictability here. It's just, all right, we'll see what's going on. See, now we're getting into a little bit more workable stuff, but this here is going to be the worst. This is going to be awful right here. I know it. So I isolated a tad bit. That's not going to help. Come on. No. I need to just... Yeah. Ooh, that's going to be rough. Again, that flakes amazingly well. But this here... This here is going to be trouble. See, that flaked all right. It's closer to the better stuff. Yeah, that finally gouged out a odd portion there. We'll see if this helps. I don't know if it's low enough. It may not be. It was. But now we got to bank on these just cruising through it. Let's see. All right. Oh man, that is just straight up trash material. This up here is good, but oh man, that's tough. That is tough. See if we can't help ourselves out from back here. We can. Again, we're getting to where it's a little bit more workable, which is a good thing, a show enough good thing. Again, this stuff flakes like a dream. Oh, gouged out a little more than I thought there. Go here. Oh boy, see, I just don't think this platform has the strength to willow all that out. Yeah, it wanted to, but couldn't do it. So we're gonna try to again work on this face. Just working on one face the whole time. We took this one flake here and we're like, all right, everything else gonna be off the bottom. What's up, y'all? Oh man. I really wanted that one to work out. Because that's edging right there close to where I'd want to turn the corner. All right, we caught it from that side, that's good. Again, this side's pretty solid. The bottom side is pretty rough. Again, no idea what this material is. Thanks for my mom for picking it up at an estate sale. She thinks it's petrified wood from Texas, I want to say. And there are a bunch of other goodies in there too. Come on now. I didn't realize it went that deep in through there. Crud. So, yeah, this will be a skinnier point for sure. I was hoping to keep it wide, but with it being that deep in the stone, you can only do so much. Let's hope this can at least hinge. Yeah, it did hinge. Man. Well, how can we get through it now? Go back to our winning side here. That was good. Boy, we're running close here. Very interesting piece of rock, for sure. I don't think it's Knife River. Could be mistaken. I just don't work the material often. Trying to make an arrowhead. Trying to thin this down, and that was okay actually. Better than some of these other hits I've done. That was really good. The base we're getting to be pretty dialed in. But up here, I just gotta get through this thick wad of mass. And it's looking to be an enormous challenge. Because of how deep this rough part extends to. And up here, this stuff seems to work okay. It'd be good to thin a little bit of it out. Yep. This might actually take heat okay. I just don't know. I just gotta try to hope for the best. And that was awful. Man. And there's really no good way to get to that too. I mean, there's just no way to really attack it other than, you know, punching or, because I've set up some tough platforms, but goodness, hasn't been kind to me. All right. But again, I mean, this is just a inexpensive rock. You know, it's kind of a freebie trial. You know, see if you can't make something from it. So we're doing our best here. This just feels bad. This feels really bad. I don't envision this going the way I hoped. I smacked it, but it's trying to run across these seams in through here, and it's practically impossible. It's just so grimy and cruddy in through there. Again, above it is okay, but if I can't get below it, I'll be burnt. See, even that did okay. It's just a matter of getting under it. It's just a practically impossible thing to do. Able to get under that. See if I can't isolate it enough where I can't do something with it here. I doubt it. But you gotta try, right? You gotta try. It's probably the best so far that I can practically do, but there's no isolation to it, so it's bound to fail. Yeah. Or bound to break the whole thing. Yeah, bound to fail. Man. Again, it's just a bunch of crud right there. That's what it is, just a bunch of crud. And to get through the seams is gonna be just impossible. Near about. I don't really have anything to attack anything like this. Again, some of the platforms I ran were okay, but this is just rough. Okay, I could clip the top part, but other than that, nah. I'm trying to give myself some room, but yeah, even there, it's gonna be impossible to catch it all. So, well, I didn't try this direction. Even getting a little piece of it off is beneficial. You know, removing some of the mass for a little bit later. Couldn't really do anything there. All right, next strategy is to work up to it. There we go. See, that cleared some off. And that did awful. Well, it's a challenge, that's for sure. This is definitely a challenge. Yeah, this is just gonna break. It's the only thing it really can do at this stage is just break. It's just that rough. We're able to do some gouging, but like, practically speaking, we're in not in good territory here. And this could be very bad here. Okay, I mean, it gouged out some more. But, oh man, running that ridge is gonna be just impossible. At this stage, like, I have to heat it. Like, there's nothing else I could really do. Made some good progress, but like I said, the top part net seems to nap okay. Everything below it, it's pretty rough. I mean, no. I might as well just heat it up. Even though that looks to be the best one of the day. Yeah, let me just heat it up, because I'm gonna worm myself. This ain't meant for that. Oof, this is too dense. Okay. Now there were more pieces in there. There was whatever this is, which may not be nappable. Doesn't seem to want to carry a flake well. No. Then there was this one. This one looked pretty cool. Actually, before that, In this $5 box, Mom did pick out a piece of blue petrified palm. Pretty rough. But even if I can make an itty bitty point out of it, that would be cool. So she got this whole bucket over here for $5. And yeah, she scored picking this up. I mean, you could see the dust and the patina on it. I'll probably likely heat this one up. Yeah, that's petrified wood. It looks blue, but when I hit into it, it's black. Either that or a really dark blue. Some of these, like itty bitty pieces, I don't mind heating up either. I'll save some of the smaller ones. But how about that? Who'd have thought? Leverite? Is that what it was? The other one, or yeah, probably the other one. This one. Kind of a light blue gray. It's one of those that I guess needs a ton of heat or something, because boy, it's pretty brutal. But this seems to be palm. I could be wrong though. Not perfect. Or are you saying that's what this is? I'm thinking this is wood. Y'all must be talking about the other one. Or maybe you are talking about this one and I'm just dumb. Oh no, so that seam that you see here, it does carry. Question is how far down? That's the big question. I want this to be the tip, and it may break in. Goodness. Okay, that seam I can get through, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna need to heat this up. The grains in this wood are pretty rough. We're making an arrowhead. Yeah, I don't think I want to go any further. I'm just gonna heat that up. So wherever my heating pile is, right there. That's what I'm doing. All right, now there's also this one, which seems to me to be more petrified wood. It looks similar to Tallahassee agate. Best stuff is right up here under the bit of cortex there, from the looks of it. I don't doubt that. There's just so many layers in it. Like cracky looking layers. And I feel like right here, this is gonna be one that needs heating, but that's gonna be the best stuff. Looks like a cake. Yeah, it kind of does, huh? This is chipped here, so I might as well chip the other part. Yeah. This is a tough one. This is a tough one because of what I'd want to do to it. Might get some hate. for what I, but then again, it's just so cracky in through here. I'd want to preserve a really nice one in through here. That's the best quality, and probably another one. Slabbers are going to come from my head if I do anything with it. I know I don't want to take this either way because it wouldn't do anything. Okay, so kind of clear in through there. Natural seam there. And the top part's going to be the best. I'm inclined to just beat it down until I get the top, but like, because that's the best layer, no doubt. Huh. I'm gonna look at it a little later. Over here. There was also a piece of coastal in there. Just your raw coastal. This one has a little hole there. Hole in a lot of places, but what would I want to preserve? Which face do I want to preserve? That one, I don't know how deep the hole goes, but we'll just go for it. Glad I did. I think that hole stops. Oh no! There was another internal hole. Oh, there was a couple of them. Ha! That's all right. What else? There was this piece of what looked to be rhyolite in there. I don't know. This could just be some normal old. No, it is rhyolite, I think. Like some black rhyolite. Oof. I knew this stone wasn't super awesome to work. I didn't know the severity. Reminds me of some low-grade Tallahassee. But nonetheless, for $5, Mom got me the whole box at an estate sale. I mean, how? And that's sweet right there. Yep. Hammer's made of copper. Hammer's made of copper. All right, let's actually do something productive. There was this piece of coastal that I really wanted to work. It's just a little preform. I'm gonna take my jacket off. And I wanna make it into a close. So I'm gonna try to finish this one if I can. It's a heated piece of Alabama coastal. This texture is the texture of the particular coastal that we have here that is lower grade, that takes a ton of heat. So there's a certain type of stone in our region that just takes heat very well. Well, there's lots of varieties that do. But this particular piece took like 800 just about. So it's uber duper fragile. Like uber duper, uber duper. Like an Uber driver. uber duper fragile. Which means I don't expect necessarily not to break it because of just where it is. My favorite coastal to work is the coastal that's high grade. It only takes about 500 to heat up. But the higher you get, usually the stronger color palette you find. And that is certainly the case with this piece. So every inclination is telling me it's about to break, but we're gonna keep working at it. And I'm gonna try not to go much thinner if I can help it. And see if we can't break this thing by fluting it, which we like 90% chance will. But in the off chance that it doesn't, it'll be pretty sweet. It'll be pretty sweet. All right, so we're gonna take a pressure flaker along with a pressure pad. If I can find the one that I use here, right here. It's hiding. And we're gonna change this base. Get that big hammer jam out of my way. Get this one out of the way too. So short strike, because I want to keep it high. So just a short strike and wallop it. Short strike, or in other words, I'm not biting a lot out of it. Go high. And that's keeping it fairly low. I know that may be hard to see. Small bite, big bite. Small bite. That was a little bigger than I wanted, but big bite. Small bite. Big bite. Big bite. Big bite. Small bite. Big bite. Small bite. Big bite. And more big bites. All right, so now we got a whole bevel on this piece. So high, see the shadow, see how low this is? Okay, flake in on this side. Same thing on this face here. All right, now we can work from the base and isolate our platform. Not too hard. This takes a little bit of practice. And I'm not going to do a double, just a little single, which might ruin us, but I plan on this thing breaking anyway, so it'll be all right. That's what I say. Actually, no. Let me do it right. It just looked like it was gonna break. That's a little mo better, not by much. I'm expecting this to break, but for it to be a fun little project, fun little experiment, might as well. Wow, that actually did way better than I thought. That floated up to right there. Huh. Who'd have thought? That looks pretty doggone sporty if you ask me. Man. I gotta hope the other side does the same. I'm doubtful. Actually, let me do this right. Let me do this right. Yeah, that was a really nice one. I wasn't expecting all that. Okay, so now we got to do similar thing on this side. Just take a pretty big bite out of the edge. To bring some convexity to the middle of the point. Just a little bit. Can't get much on this side. There's not much to work with. Yeah, I wish I could pull off more there. It's just not going to be in the cards. Doesn't look like. So we'll go with what we have. We shall isolate. Like we did on the other. That was a really good isolation on that face. Kind of like the other side, I will take a couple back strikes just to Oh, this one doesn't really need it. And I just gotta hope for the best. This could be really good or really bad. I don't see much in between. So let's break this point together. Are we ready? Are we ready to break it? And no way, we did get a little flute. It didn't go far. But that's doable for a Clovis, right? Absolutely. For a Clovis, that's fine. It'll be all right. Ain't too shabby. In fact, if we really wanted to do something, we could just do that, but I don't really like the idea of doing that. Even though I'm tempted. Nah, we'll just leave it as is. Yeah, we'll leave that as is, because I don't know what'll happen. Dadgummit, curiosity's getting the best of me. Well, I was able to make it look like it went a little further by doing some crushing. So I'll take that. Really am surprised it didn't just break. How fragile this thing is. It's pretty crazy held together. Especially up here towards the tip. My. By the way, I'm making some amends to my bidding regime because of some, recent events to try to make it fair or a little bit more fair to everybody. And what I want to do is do kind of an in-between of what I used to do and what I do now. So what I used to do was name a price, and the first person who says, yep, I got it, would win. Now the problem with that is that it gave the advantage to the person who has the quickest internet speed. Also, before I could get it out of my mouth, it's possible that somebody would just be raring to type it up and beat the next person. So I switched to the bidding, but there were a lot of bots. So what I'm planning on doing, or trying, is this. I'm going to name a price of what I think it's worth. And I'll give you about 30 seconds And if there's somebody who wants it, they can get it. But if there's more than one person who wants it, and they are indeed a reliable, vetted person, then we'll start a minimal bidding war, unless somebody just defers and says the other person can take it, of like $2 or $5 or whatever you want. I guess it could be a whatever you want, until the 2 or 3 people resolve a final price. But that way it's not just open to everybody, if that makes sense. And that way it's a combination of, you know, I'm not underselling myself. And if nobody wants it for the price, then I'll just lower it by $10. But, you know, if somebody scoops up in there and says, I want it for that, well, you might be burnt. But I'm thinking that would be the safest, best way to do it. Could be wrong, but we'll give it a try. On this particular point, in about 5 minutes probably. It'll take me that long to finish it. Anyways, how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel? See, we already got folks just bidding randomly. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. All right, now we're just gonna go down and do our normal pressing doolollies. Nothing out of the normal here. Anyways, y'all tell me what you think about that. It'll be interesting to see it in practice. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. I feel like it's somewhat foolproof, because if I overshoot a price and nobody wants it, I can just go down in price. But if there are multiple people who want it for that price, then we can do like small increments, just those people, nobody else. And that way we kind of weed out all the bots beforehand. But you got to be able to enter and get through the vetting process before you can do a possible bid war. That wouldn't happen every time, obviously. Because there might just be one person who thinks it's worth their time of investing. So we shall see. We shall see. The price range. I don't know yet. It won't be a pricey one. It's also not a glittery point, so that's something to keep in mind. Some people like glittery points for their cases. This one isn't, but it is a colorful addition to a case. I There goes some of our first ambulances tonight. Well, come on. There we go. There's one right when I started the stream, but y'all didn't see it or hear it. It was right before I started. Anyways, we'll try it out. I have a good feeling about it. So that way we can weed out all the no-goers up front. And we wouldn't have to like, oh, what price is it? You know, it's like, oh, well, we know the price. And we know we got X amount of people who are willing to do it. And out of those X amount of people, there's X amount of reliable people that I trust. Anyways, this is just a normal low point. It's nothing wild or crazy. Made out of some colorful coastal. That's fairly dry. I mean, it feels rough, but it's got some color to it. Fairly good flute on this side. This side only goes to here. That's kind of what you see down here in the deep south anyways. So we're gonna give this a shot. Give this a shot. This is Alabama Coastal. What's up, Dogma? So what I was telling everybody just a second ago is to avoid any confusion, what I'm gonna do is name a price. And if there's only one person who wants it, then they get it. If there's more than one person, we're going to vet them, make sure they're all good for it, and then do a little bid. Like some Alabates. Oh, man, I've seen some. Some are really pretty, but, man, no reason. I appreciate it, Mr. Ant. I actually got your box. It's behind there, actually. So something like this, I don't think it's worth very much. There's another ambulance. Good grannies. I would say this is worth, to me, like 65. That's what I think it's worth. So, oh goodness, let's let the ambulance go by. All right. So say yes if it's something you want for that price. And there may just be one of you. There may be none. If there's none, we lower it. But if there are 2 or more yeses, we make sure that they're all good and have a PayPal And then we do a slight little bidding war to get a final price. We're getting some funny comments to me. Hold up here. All right. All right, we got Dogma at 65. And if he is the only one, then that will be where we are at. Again, a very rough, coarse rock. But I feel like those do Clovis as well. But a really neat material. And I actually fancy this side better just because the flute here is so... That's just what our Clovises look like down here. But this one runs up to around here. We're taking him out. All right, so I'll give you another 30 seconds, and if not, Mr. Dogma takes it. There's another ambulance. Good grannies. All right, here we go. And I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything. So it looks like my boy Tomlinson got it. Man, been a little while. I think you'll like the look of this one, Tomlinson. So it's sold now. There's another ambulance. Goodness gracious. Anyways, it's just heated coastal. It's going to be a pain to sign this thing, but anyways, the colors are just really cool. Again, feels rough in the hand, but neat little piece. Goodbye. Woo, woo. There's a fourth ambulance. Oh, my. Or is that the fifth? Tufts is here. What's up, Mr. Tufts? We just finished a point. Yeah, that was a score. Good job. Good job. All right. Yeah. What next? What next? Oh, that's cold. I don't want that on me. It's cold. Hey, Mike, since you're here, since we got some extra ones in here, why don't we... I'll show this off again. Can somebody tell me what this is here? We were working it earlier. This stuff here works great. This stuff here is rough. Slick, rough. And the black is, yeah, this is very slick here. This is slick all throughout. But this part is kind of rough. Is it petrified wood, you think? Or, oh, y'all were saying leverite. Leverite. I'll have to check that out. Let me screenshot this. I'll check that out. It very well may be. I don't know. Like, it just doesn't look like wood to me. But then again, I don't work wood like that, you know? So I don't know. And then I'm fairly certain this is a piece of some kind of agate or wood. And then I know this one's wood for sure. Palm wood. It's just got the little wood striations in it. Leverite. Hey, that's what you guys have been saying. So I'm inclined to go with that. So we're gonna go with that. We'll just we'll go right along with that. I don't want to work anything small. I want to work something a little bigger, but not too big. Let me think here. What do I have close by that works well? It's not too small, but not too big. That would do well for the stream. This piece right here was interesting. It's one I heated up. Actually, this might be a good one to work. Let me find my glove. I threw it all the way over here. There we go. I caught it. I caught it. I'm not sure if it's the biggest, but it may not be wood. Looks more like dark K County or Mozarkite. I'll screenshot that. It may be. Leverite there on the ground. It may be. Very well may be. I'm gonna look it up. I've never even heard of that, guys. I'm so deep south, I don't even know what half of that is. This is a flake from it. Anyways, all right, coral time. Don't tell me this is another ambulance. It is. I'm so tired of these ambulances. I'm so tired of them. I hate the people are hurting, but goodness, I don't like these ambulances. The problem is, I have to hear them for like a full minute just about as they go up and down the street. It's just terrible. I might have overheated it in that area. Yeah, it did. Dadgummit. This has to break. Intriguing. Good flake. Good flake. Again, I'll take some good flakes when I can get them. This top area may have to break off. I don't know yet. Looks like it's a low fracture. So I should be able to get by it, I think. But there's also this one, so I don't know. I don't know. We shall just have to see. Anyways, Tommy Anderson, dude, what are you donating for? You rascal. $5 for what? You sent 10 yesterday. Both of you Tommies sent 10. What in the world? Didn't even put a comment. Ought to be ashamed of yourself. I tell you, I click here, I'll lose my allowance. Oh, goodness. Well, at least you're not like 12 years old anymore, I hope. Feeling guilty for picking on Jake. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Tommy. Very kind of you. Again, I've got to give these gifts out to certain people, so, I mean, I'm taking tally of everybody who's donated. Bassett has donated. In times past, Tommy Taylor's donated. Hoosier's donated. I'm keeping tallies. There's a little feature I have. I can look back and see who's done it, so every one of you, and the mods for sure, are gonna get a gift. It's just the way it goes. There's another ambulance. Just the way it goes. Woo. how they don't have aneurysms for listening to the same sound all day, every day. I just couldn't do it. I feel like they need to be paid more just for sake of the sound they have to listen to on a daily basis. That would be my nightmare. Going to sleep at night, waking up in the middle of the night hearing that siren. No, thank you. Chicken breast looks frozen, huh? Oh, we're getting it thawed out. About an hour or so, maybe, and it'll get thawed out. Right now, it's as hard as a rock. Oh, wait. It is a rock. This tip is going to break. I have a feeling. I know it will. It's too chattery, if that's a word. Chatter-y. I don't like it. It's just, yeah, it even had that fire pop in there. I just overheated that section. That's okay. I'm gonna shear it right there. And then I don't want to overdo it, but I guess it'll be a wide, short one, folks. I'm sure there are, Dogma. I'm sure there are. But we keep it Christian on this channel. Yeah. Appreciate you and everybody else holding your tongue. A little longer on this side. What type of rock is that? It's apparently it's a grilled chicken breast. No, it's a piece of coral. A piece of Florida coral. And you may say, well, why do you have to specify Florida? Well, for one, there's Indonesian coral. There's coral just about, I don't want to say just about everywhere, but there's coral in more places than you think. But also because there's different kinds of coral in Florida, as well as there's also coral in Georgia. Just saying. Huge. There's a name for it. Don't want to necessarily give it away because it doesn't really matter. Anyways, there's a lot of it in Georgia. Different variety, but in my opinion, a little bit better. Usually not more colorful. It maintains either a dark purple or a gray. But still really slick stuff. I got some pieces over here somewhere. Hello from Australia. All right. Absolutely. Work with obsidian? I have. Mr. Allen gave me a few. I worked a handful of pieces from Mr. Allen's doings. I still got a box of obsidian over yonder. So yes. In the affirmative, yes. I certainly have. Now, main question of the moment here is what kind of damage will these strikes do? I was hoping to go a little further. But I'll catch it either way. This doesn't have anywhere to go. So it just widens out. When it doesn't have anywhere to go, it widens out. That did really well, obviously. Pushed off. Goodness, I don't know where. One or two of those are okay. And one more big strike here. Trying to keep it wide. That one did have a place to go. We're rocking and a rolling. I'm gonna have to stop it here in a minute. We got a Bama game to watch. So I probably won't finish this one. So if you're watching to buy something, yeah, I'm sorry. That's a rough little layer. Oh, it's that dense coral. Yeah, that's why. I was wondering, like, why isn't that coming on? This may be challenging too. Oh, it did well. Catch a little more. Yeah, there we go. So this will be a wider, shorter point. Pickwick, clay, notch away. Kind of the first things that come to mind. Wide levy. A little too wide for an Abbey, at least for my liking. Oh yeah, look at there. Getting it thin, boys. That's what you got to do. It's a nice flake right there. Translucent. I may try to work that into a Nando or something. Anyways, this side's a bit rougher. This side's a little more, well, this side's good. This side's a little rougher. I don't know if this will run. This may not. Yeah, it did. I'm glad I took that, actually. I could have done that 100 ways, but I'm glad I did it that way. Now this side's so thin, I can go ahead and flake into it with little to no concern about how these will affect later percussion strikes, because I don't plan on making any more wide ones there. Courtney wants to try. Something here, but this could be really bad though. I don't know. This could be terrible. Ooh. That was something, all right. This again could be very bad. But it did just what we wanted to. There was a flat area in through here. We wanted to mimic this one by shooting in through there so that we could clean the bass up with absolute ease. Like that. Just clear that out. So this face is just clean on the bass. Absolutely clean. Yeah, this Bama game's gonna come on here in a little bit now. Can't stay here dilly-dallying. Uh-oh. That's perfect. That cleaned right into the other one. That's what you want to see. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this one wide for sure. There's no reason to thin it down. Can we keep the tradition alive here? We can. Wow, that did great. Can't ask for much better than that strike there. Again, I've been doing diagonal strikes, so I'm inclined to keep doing it. But then again, I don't know. Thwart myself there. Yeah, I'm glad I did it that way. It's gonna be a patty. Yeah, this side will be easy to work on. It will be a patty. Because it already is. So, you shall have to check back in tomorrow or Monday or sometime to figure out what happens to this piece, because it's got good potential. Yep. This side is flatter than all get out. is this side that really I can easily take care of and just thin down. That was the biggest worry, and we took care of that. Yeah, even if we have to lose some length on this piece, which you might have to lose a little, it'd be worth it, because oh yeah, this is gonna be an absolute plate if I've ever seen one. Oh yeah, come on. That's exactly what we dialed up right there. Just had to get over the hump there. And now that we have, that's where the other process begins. This process begins, but it's just thick enough to get another good round of flakes off. That's gonna be killer. That's gonna be sweet. How wide is this? Not quite 3 1/4. 3 3/16. Oh yeah, that'll be killer. Because we gotta bevel this in, and in beveling that in, that'll get us super high up to just wallop these things off, because the base is thin enough. It's not even all that translucent. All right, guys, I gotta head on out. We shall see y'all next time. Sure is beautiful. Looks like life. Yeah. Little bit, huh? All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Mr. Tomlinson, for getting a nice little Clovis. And we shall see you next time. All right, guys. Y'all take care.